Hello everybody, welcome to our live studio show here on MXGPTV.com with me, Paul Malin, and Lisa Leyland. Round 18 of the FIM Motocross World Championship, the MXGP of Turkiye here at Afyon. We'll go through the name in a moment. But coming up on today's show, we've got from MX2, Monster Energy Yamaha Factories, Rick Elzinga. We've got Jeffrey Herlings from Red Bull KTM Factory Racing. And then we've got the technical wizard down at Monster Energy Triumph, Vincent Bereni, coming in to join us as well. And all in that particular area. Anyway, before we meet Rick Elzinga, Lisa Leyland, here we are. The final three in a row. Are you looking forward to it?
I just, at the start of the year when we saw this triple header, it's it's just so far away. And now we're here.
Yeah.
It's just gone super fast. But it's just like, now it's crunch time, isn't it? I feel like everything's kind of built up to this moment. I could feel it in the air.
And we've been talking about it for a while. But we've got some crazy travel coming up. These three, a week off, and then the Nations.
I know. But we're here. We're in it.
We're just going to live it.
We're just going to,
Well, talking of somebody who's living it and who's in it, Rick Elzinga, come and join us now. Monster Energy Yamaha Factory MX2. Good to see you. Fresh off of Arnhem 2 weekends ago. Before we talk about Arnhem, though, and your home GP, championship situation, 14th in points. Not exactly where you want to be, but it doesn't really tell the whole story either, does it? You've been a little bit unlucky with injuries this year.
Yeah, this year has been quite a difficult season, to say the least. Just been unlucky with injuries, like some of the riders are sometimes, and this year it's me. So doing what I can, of course, but definitely not have been 100% for many races this year.
When you came into MX2 as European 250 champion, obviously the pace then maybe was different. How is the pace now compared to then? Has it gone up, do you feel? Is it about the same?
I would say the pace didn't go up that much. It's just that there are so many more riders that are capable of doing that pace.
Okay.
Before there were like a couple of riders that really had more speed than the rest, and these days there are quite a few riders that can win GPs, and then especially if you look at the, let's say, top 10 or top 12 riders, everybody can be in 6th or 8th. It's just a matter of start, really. That's really important, and it just differs on every race. Everyone can do the pace these days.
So when you've picked up those injuries these past couple of seasons and you make your return back, has it been harder, I guess, to get up to pace because of the intensity, not just because everyone's fast, but the intensity of the MX2 championship?
Yeah, I would say when I came into MX2, if I just did my thing, I would be in the top 10. And these days, if you are not on it all the time, then you will not be in the top 10. And that's just because of all the riders doing the same pace. And then, if you come back from injury, it's quite difficult, especially if you are used to running in around the 6th, 7th place, and then you come back and you are outside of the top 10 in 12 just because of you are not fit on it, on the gas all the time. That's difficult, but that's also, it's what we do. MX2 GP is not easy, and everybody's on it.
Yeah. Well, last year you were 7th in the championship. You only missed the final round. Do you think perhaps you could have improved on that result had you been 100% healthy like all season? Yeah,
I think I would. Last year I really took it easy in that sense because my goal was to race all the races. And just the last one I didn't. For the rest, I did all the races in the season. I came in to the season not fit because I had a back injury, but the season I did pretty well. I did all of the races except the last one, in the end it was a 7th place with 2 podiums. And this year I've had 4 injuries, 4 broken bones, and you're just not getting in the flow. That's really hard. Also, if you're already in the season, doing all the races, and then with the high pace, it's not like you can ease into it because everybody's on it, and then you come in, you're maybe not 100%, and everybody's on it, and it's just difficult to manage that part,
Well, look, a couple of weeks ago, the last GP before we came here was Arnhem, MXGP of the Netherlands. And it was a pretty decent weekend, wasn't it? 2nd in time practice, 4th in the qualifying race, couple 7th place finishes, 7th overall. And I think that's the same as what you had in Sardinia, 7th overall there as well, so equaling your best result. despite wanting more this season, were you happy at least? Did you enjoy your home Grand Prix?
Yeah, definitely I enjoyed it. I really took all the energy of the fans and ran it through my body, and yeah, I had a really good weekend. Mentally it's difficult also with the injuries and then the pace being that high. You know, you have to keep it fun, and yeah, that weekend was really fun for me. With all the fans is really nice, and I took the time for it as well, especially like after time practice or during time practice. Actually, I heard the commentator say that I had pole at one moment, and all the fans started clapping, and that was a really cool moment. You just get really, like, you get a lot of energy from that. And yeah, during the races I just missed a bit of pace in the beginning, but I definitely I was happy with 2x 7th place. But I would say I can go faster like I did in time practice. Yes.
Yeah. Well, this is your final year in MX2. When you look back at the past 3 seasons that you've had, what have been your standout moments? I know you just touched upon the podiums in Portugal and Lommel.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely the podiums are really good. I would say I had a good time in Portugal because that was a really crazy GP. So it's a nice, nice memory for me to watch back on it, just because of how crazy it was actually. Actually just riding around on my own doing my training laps, because I had like a 50-second gap to Liam, and behind me I don't even know what was going on, but there was also quite a big gap.
Yeah.
And then in Lommel was just also a really cool GP, almost won it, and then yeah, just missed out.
What about the qualifying race in Arnhem last year?
That was really cool as well. Yeah, yeah, leading the laps. Yeah, at that point I wanted too much to win, and I started to cramp up a little bit. But yeah, it was just cool. Just these moments are really making me work much harder during the week to get back to that feeling.
Exactly. Exactly.
Obviously, this is your last year in MX2. Unlike Romain Febvre, who his birthday is December 31st, you're like January 2nd, so you've completely maximised your time in MX2. My wife, who's obviously your press officer, she actually calls you the granddad of the class. She tells me that's what she calls you. That's a bit of a cheek, isn't it?
Well, if you say that, I feel old already, and I'm just 23.
That's crazy.
Plans for 2026?
Yeah, just still negotiating. You know, with the current situation with all the teams, it's quite a mess. Everybody going left to right, and also teams switching brands a lot. So it's just difficult also, especially with the season that I have had. I don't have much to show. Just can be honest about that. Even though I feel I am better than I show right now, it just didn't happen this year. Also with all the injuries and all the other things going on. But yeah, just be positive. I have some options, and yeah, we will see what's going on, and hopefully sign ASAP.
Cool. Well, look, Rick Elzinga.
Elzinga.
I got it.
Long A.
Not
long A.
Elzinga.
Yeah, the G is getting better.
Okay, cool.
I pronounce it right though, don't I?
Elzinga.
That's what I say.
Yeah?
Elzinga.
The last 2 years, the last 2 years at the Dutch Grand Prix, I've had 2 different women come to me.
Yeah.
We really enjoy what you do and everything else, and but it's not Rick Elzinga, it's Elzinga.
Yeah, yeah.
Doesn't come natural.
No.
But anyway, enjoy the rest of the season, and yeah, good luck for the rest of the season, and we'll see you on the grid again next year.
Yeah, thank you also for the effort in saying my last name right.
No problem. Cheers, mate. Well, look, before we meet our second guest, Jeffrey Herlings, let's take a look behind the scenes of our latest episode of Behind the Gate, and we catch up with Mathis Valin. Enjoy.
Mathis Valin is the reigning EMX 250 champion, who many tipped to have a strong rookie season, especially when he was signed by the factory Kawasaki team. And their new MX2 effort runs directly alongside the MXGP team, who of course have Romain Febvre, who's leading the MXGP World Championship. The early part of his season really did start strong, but then coming into the GP season, it seemed like things didn't really go to plan for Mathis. We saw him suffer quite an embarrassing crash in Portugal in the start practice, which really showed that he wasn't where he needed to be just yet. He took some time off after his injury, and he came back, and things are slowly but surely starting to come together for him, and he has now established himself as, I guess, a consistent challenger to the big names in the MX2 class.
We have, I mean, like many things change. Like the intensity at the beginning of the race are a little bit crazy. The program of the weekend is also different. We ride quite a lot compared to MX250. So yeah, I would say like everything is different, and even the rider, like new rider. Now we are 10 good riders to ride like same speed, depend the weekend. But yeah, would say that everything changed and everything is not the same and is like new chapter.
Hello everyone, welcome back to part 2 of our live studio show here on MXGPTV.com with me, Paul Malin and Lisa Leyland. Jeffrey Herlings joins us now from Red Bull KTM Factory Racing. And Jeff, second time on the show this year. The last time we had you on, we said don't call it a comeback, you never left. Week or so later, you tip over, simple fall, collarbone.
I fell on my left shoulder and broke my right collarbone. in a turn where I went like average speed was probably like 5 k's an hour. Just like went through the barrel like doof. I fell on that way and then I rolled over and like, huh? Oh. And I broke my right collarbone. I'm like, good job on that one. That's quite impressive. Impressive.
Is that a kind of crash that only you could manage? No one else could fall on the left and damage the right.
And crash that slow. Like honestly, like yeah, it was unbelievable. Anyway, I didn't miss that much. Just missed 2 races, and I was not in a championship chase anyway. So I think at that point, P3 could have been a possibility. Yeah. But now, yeah, I'll still try to go for a top 5.
Well, that was going to be my next question actually. Did you feel at that point before then that the pace was coming, the progress was coming, that you could challenge, or was it only the best option was maybe top 3?
Yeah, like the 3rd place was the only. At that time, I think it was like 80 points down on Glenn. Yeah. With like 8 rounds or something to go. I'm not exactly sure, but like something like 8. So I think that was quite realistic. But after that, yeah, I missed again 2 races, lost quite some points. So now I'm like something like 35 down to Calvin. So still hoping for
this
a P5.
For 5th, yeah.
Yeah, but even if I finish 4, 5, 6, anything outside top 3 doesn't really matter, does it?
Yeah. Well, you returned to action in Lommel, 2 8th place finishes, a place where I guess everyone expected you to win, even after your injury and being off the bike, and it's just no pleasing some people. But how tough was that GP for you, just physically?
Yeah, well, so I did one day, the Thursday before, I did like 2:20s, and I was like, yeah, I can ride. So I'm like, yeah, I'll see how far I get. So on Saturday, I just cruised around and did my thing. So like, okay, I'm quite on time practice, I was quite good. Like the 1 lapper, and then in the race didn't start well, and I was like, okay, don't crash, because the doc said try to not crash on that collarbone again, because you'll probably re-break it. And then on Sunday, first motor I had a good start. I was P3 comfortable, and then yeah, I tipped over, and yeah, I just finished 8th. And then second motor, I took a whole shot, which was the last time probably in
La Capitale Marival.
When, 2009, 2010
no,
maybe?
2021, yeah.
No, but it felt like such a long time ago. But, and then I honestly did test my collarbone because I kept crashing. I already didn't really have so much power on my shoulder anymore already on Sunday. And then before the second motor, I could barely lift my arm up. And then I took the whole shot, I'm like, why now? Yeah. And then, yeah, I just crashed quite a couple of times. After that one, good. Sweden 2-2-2, and then Arnhem 1-1-1. So,
well, that brings us up to speed because obviously, yeah, 2 podiums.
Yeah, we're talking about Arnhem, 2 podiums. Then you went 1-1-1 in Arnhem last time out. But it was very much like, I guess, Instagram versus reality, because 1-1-1 on paper, but just how tough was this race?
It was tough, especially Lucas, because I had the speed, like I could measure speed, like you could see in time practice, you could see in the first few laps of the race, but I didn't have his fitness, just because after Lommel I didn't ride again for a week because I was bitter and bruised from all my crashes, and then did a week of training to Sweden and a week to Arnhem, but you see how rough that track was, and it was like super warm, but like 25, 28 degrees, and then as rough as this. So I wasn't as fit as Lucas. So it was, for me to maintain that speed was super difficult. So literally when I crossed the finish line, my tongue was between the front wheel, like I was done. Good.
How was the atmosphere, though? Because it sounds amazing. And I think in commentary I said there is no way your personal pride is not going to let anybody pass you, Lucas or anybody.
Nah, nothing. I was like, I'll make my KTM as wide as the track could be, you know. I didn't really have to because he was never that close that he could, as you could see on TV, he could never really attack me. So I managed to win. Obviously, was he faster? Yes, he was faster in the second pass of the races. But a win is a win, man. Like, I lost so many races, even though I was the fastest, just because I had crappy starts or crashed or whatever. So a win is a win, however you get it.
Totally.
Great podium, though.
Yeah, it was nice. Like, it's been... so it was my 16th time I saw that I won the Dutch GP. I've lost 3 of them. Actually, I only lost 1 because the other 2 in Oz, I don't know if you remember, they jumped on my shoulder,
Yeah.
didn't start second one, and then also I don't know about my collarbone. So actually, from the 17 I've done, I won 16. So that's quite impressive.
Well, look, game time. 16 home GP wins. After last week, 110 podiums, 210 race wins, 310 top 3 race finishes. Pretty decent.
Could you send that on WhatsApp? Like the
Yeah. I'll just send you this. Yeah.
It took you a while to figure that out.
Yeah. Well, look, which tracks in Holland
Yeah.
have you won at, and how many times? Won the most at, and how many times?
Valkenswaard 9.
Yeah.
You won overalls?
Yeah, just the overalls. The wins. The wins.
Yeah, Valkenswaard 9, Lierop 2, Assen 3, and Arnhem 2.
There you go. 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
Really, really good. Right, let's continue to test your knowledge of your success.
Okay.
16 home GP wins, but which country have you won the most GPs in, and how many times have you won there?
I know I've won 9 in Valkenswaard. So which country? Probably Italy.
Yeah.
Right.
But how many? I don't know. I can figure out, not without straight now, but probably I've won like 20.
Okay. The answer is Italy. You are correct. Right, so the tracks. Do you know the tracks? Where in Italy?
Yeah, I do.
Go on then.
The most, where I won the most in Italy?
Yeah.
Probably Arco.
Yeah.
Correct.
Mantova, I won a few.
Yeah.
I won Faenza. I won Fermo.
Right.
I won Ottobiano. Did I win Ottobiano?
No.
Actually? No, I haven't won Ottobiano.
With hills.
There's
The
2 more.
hills.
There's
Majora?
2 more.
There's 2 more which I've won.
Yeah, that you haven't.
Oof. Come on, Jeffrey, you should know this. You should know this.
The stat man.
If anyone is going to know this, it's going to be you.
Yeah, it's gonna be me. But like, if I would know, the question would come.
Okay, let me quickly
Alright,
tell you.
done.
Let me quickly tell you. Trentino 5 times, Majora 3 times, Mantova 3 times, Riola twice,
Oh, Rio, but Sardinia. That's Italy.
Fermo twice, Faenza twice, and Imola once.
And
Okay.
18 in total in Italy.
18.
Yeah.
But we'll get Paul to message you these stats so you've got them
No,
up here next time.
I don't know exactly the countries, but I got all the GP ones. I got all on my phone. I worked it out.
The amount of times I've been in the paddock. Phone.
That's so funny.
Hey, one thing you should figure out, like the most podiums for me. Like, who has the most podiums by now?
I have that
yeah.
information next door.
Oh, you have it?
Yeah.
He's got everything.
Yeah,
He's got
yeah.
everything.
I'll send
Because
that to you
I
later.
know I'm on the moto wins and GP wins, but I'm not sure about the podiums because some of the wrestlers from Stefan are not like up to date probably because like he had many, but like he raced in end of the 80s, so I don't know if all the info is still there, but you should figure out.
I have everything.
Okay, right. Championship battle. You've got Roman, you've got Lucas. What will make the difference? Would it be youth or would it be experience?
Experience, I think.
Okay.
Why? Because for me, if Roman doesn't win this championship this year, I doubt they'll ever win one again because of his age also. Next year, I hope to be part of it again. Tim should be part of it again. Lucas, probably Kyle Wolf will go up, I guess, or guys like this. So it will only get more difficult for him. And with him getting 34, I think, end of the year, it will not make him more easy for him. So if he has to do it, he has to do it now. And actually within 15 days, we know. So he has a nice, comfortable point gap. He has tracks which will suit him. He's quite good in the heat. This Turkey track, I think, is really good for him. I think his bike is quite good at this track. So if I would put 100 euros, I would put it on Romain right now. For me, whoever wins it, may the best one win it. But yeah, that's But I think
it's so exciting that you said like in 15 days or no. That's just like, wow, we've waited all
crazy,
year for this. It's
like
super
even
exciting.
I'm more excited to know who's going to win both championships than me racing myself. Like, yeah, whatever I do, nobody really gives any, like, doesn't care. But what, it's about a championship.
Almost out of time. The most impressive thing that you said there was if you're going to put 100 euros on it. I'm surprised it was already 100 euros. I was expecting maybe like 10.
Oh, really? Nah, we're good. We can do 100. Cool. Make some bonus money now.
Anyway, look, Jeff, good to have you in here, mate. On good form as always. Good to see you. Enjoy the next 15 days, 3 rounds, whatever.
Yeah.
Cool,
Well,
mate. Thank you.
Thanks, Jeffrey.
Right, before we meet our final guest, more from the latest episode of Behind the Gate, Raw Emotion, and this one features Paul's Jonass at Kawasaki. Enjoy.
Paul's for our team, you know, he's a very capable rider. He can do really good speed and a good result. But beside that, he has already so much experience that he knows what he wants from the bike. He knows which direction bike needs to be developed, and as well is a great teammate for all of us. So to have a Paul at our team has definitely been also matching really well with Roman and with all the team staff and everybody. So he definitely brings a lot of positiveness around him.
It's the feeling of being back at the races. It's pretty nice. Like I was off for almost 2.5 months already, so yeah, it's always exciting, a little bit nervous, but that's part of the game. But yeah, generally it's a really good feeling. You know, being at home and just training or just doing the rehab. It's never easy, you know. Like you watch race on TVs, it's quite painful, but yeah, happy to be back.
Hello everybody, welcome back to the final part of our live studio share on MXGPTV.com with me, Paul Malin and Lisa Leyland. Joining us now from Monster Energy Triumph Racing, Vincent Bereni, the technical guru, the wizard, the brains. How are you, Vincent? Good to see you.
Very good, thank you.
Before we start, are you ready for these final 3 races?
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I actually like the overseas, or I consider this one as an overseas, so for us it's fun.
Yeah. Well, look, your second full season in MX2 with Triumph as a brand. Has it been a success or not from your position?
I mean, the championship is quite high this year in MX2. I think is the highest I ever see. So yeah, no, I don't think it's a success. I think we expect more from the boys. We work hard in the winter, and yeah, we were not consistent enough. We have to work hard to play with the big boys in the front, that's for sure.
That's what I like about you. You don't sugarcoat anything at all. You keep it real. But as a team manager, how do you measure success? Obviously, people say race wins, Grand Prix wins, everything else. Because last year, let's talk about this as a brand in terms of their success. Mikkel Harup last year, 5th overall in the championship. Didn't have any race wins, got 2 podiums. But this year, Camden and Guillaume combined, they're 6th and 9th in the championship, so lower than Mikkel. Although there's an opportunity for Cam to get higher. 2 race wins and 3 podiums. So, you know, on that side, there's the race wins and maybe more podiums, but then there's double of them as well.
Yeah, it's, you know, we're expecting more.
Yeah.
It's no discussion. Like, we miss so many podiums by small mistakes or wrong decisions. Some are on us, like we have to earn it. And some are on the riders. So we keep on learning. It's a new class for the team, you know, also MX2. Riders are more difficult to manage than MXGP. It's like MXGP, they know why they're here, they have the experience. You don't have to deal with a lot of details.
Yeah.
Which with the kids, I would say, is a lot more work on details. And and the guys who are running in the front, they build experience, and that's where they make the difference. Really.
Well, as we mentioned, Camden, he's currently 6th with a 5th as a possibility overall in the championship. On paper, it seems like he's perhaps been a little bit more consistent on the second half of the season. Would you agree with that?
Yes. This was a little bit of a strategy of the team, to be honest with you. Like, I was not expecting the championship to be running that high of a pace the whole season. So we built up the strategy to work more like on consistency at the beginning of the season and go toward halfway and pushing harder on the boys. So we learned that didn't work. So now we have to work harder to go get those points to try to get that 5th place. To be quite honest, 5th or 6th at the end of the day is not a big deal. Yeah, it's big. It would be good to match what we did last year, but at the end of the day, it's not where we wanted to be, and we have to try to finish the season with podiums and try to have that overall win. This is really the target. So it's pretty much all in now.
Yeah. Well, we know Camden's good in the sand. How impressed were you by his performance in Arnhem, particularly in that second race?
Yeah, it was actually great. You know, like to see Kay kind of feeling like, wow, he's still there. And then, you know, we knew he can do it. But sometimes they need to be there once to really believe in themselves. Yeah. And that was awesome for him. But as a team, we knew we should be there. Like, and in Riola, he did also something amazing coming from really far back to the podium position. So there I was frustrated because we missed the podium. So that's the only thing I have in my mind. I was like, we screw up on the Moto 1.
Does Camden have another race win in him, or a podium a win, do you think, this year? Over the next 3 races?
I mean, both of them. I think they are like really fast. And now, you know, Camden is Mr. Sand, they would call it. But he's been really improving a lot on hardpack. And I think he can definitely play with everybody else in the front, also in the hardpack.
Yeah. Well, it's a 2-man team this year, but I guess with that comes more commitment financially from the team. But the positives, does that improve, I guess, the technical data and the overall performance of the bike, like long term?
Yes, I mean, we are keeping pushing on the bike, like we keeping developing, trying to improve. Obviously, it's getting harder and harder in the class, and then especially with rules that are, you know, you make 3 steps forward and then the rule change, and then you
make
like,
the bike quieter,
okay.
and then you lose performance, and you got to find that again.
So that was like a little bit of a challenge last winter. Now we're learning a lot more. That changed a lot also on the track, how the bike behave and temperature and everything. So we have to learn, collect data, like you said, and work in the winter to go back to the limit, and see where we can be next year.
Yeah. Well, that second rider is Guillaume Ferrez. Had he not missed 3 rounds, he's currently 9th in the championship. Do you think that he could have been a contender, or were you looking at his year as just perhaps a learning year?
Well, for Guillaume is more than a learning year. It's like he's a type of rider that basically nobody expects to be coming into a factory team. He pretty much he missed 2 years of his career through injury, and then he was forgotten. So when we hired Guillaume, like, it was like a lot of controversy, but I mean, he's got really, really good riding skill. This is what I like from Guillaume, and he has a lot to learn. So for him, it's really his rookie season in MXGP, and he's been progressing. The crash in Saint-Jean, who sidelined him for 3 rounds, was, you know, maybe a little bump on the progression. But he come back and he was patient and he learned and he listened. You know, obviously at that race in Germany, he didn't even know he won the race.
Yeah.
So that was kind of funny. But this is what we also did as a team. We never told him he was leading. No. To don't put pressure on him, because when you've never been there, like, that's when you put the pressure and you can lose a lot. So, no, happy with Guillaume.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, look, before we go, we've got about a minute. We are at 3 flyaway races now, Turkey, China, Australia. Just if you can explain briefly the process that it takes. When did you start the process in terms of crating? Because you've got paperwork, carnets, out of Europe into Asia, into China, into Australia and back, and all that. It's not easy, is it?
No, it's especially this year with those 3 rounds plus the nation. It's quite challenging, especially in MX2 because like you're pretty much changing engines every round, and on the logistic has been pretty much an organization about 2 months ahead. A lot of paperwork and organization on the crate and how we're gonna manage to get the bike back for the motocross the nation. So for example, for this round, the 2 bikes from this weekend are going back to the Netherlands. We have a 2-day turnaround, and a crate is going, 2 crates actually are going to the US, and then some crates from Australia are going to the US. The other one are going back to the Netherlands.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So it's kind of like
and you've got
crazy
crates
logistic.
here already going to China and Australia.
Yes,
Yeah,
also.
exactly.
Yeah. So it's quite challenging. But yeah, it's part of the World Championship.
Yeah, well, obviously a little bit that the fans and people watching at home don't see and don't understand that. On top of that, visas for all your personnel as well.
Yes.
So yeah, not easy. Well, look, Vincent, we are out of time. But before I disappear, thanks by the way for dropping by. Good luck for the guys and the rest of the team for the rest of the season.
Thank you.
But before we disappear, just to let you know what's coming up on TV today. Of course, we've got WMX in the EMX 250. It's this final round for EMX 250, the penultimate round for WMX. Of course, we'll be back first up with time practice in MX2 and MXGP. So from me, from Lisa, thanks to Vincent, to Jeffrey, and to Rick Elzinga. It's our last studio show in the mothership. Next week, we'll be doing it remotely from China and Australia the week after that. And but that's it. We're out of time. Enjoy your weekend here and watching MXGP TV of Turkiye. And we'll see you next time. Bye for now.